And I want to welcome everyone to this call. I know so many people are interested in finding out exactly what is it that we do, because many people think that all we do is post selfies and, sweaty selfies and workout videos and all that. And it's so much more than that. I hope everyone at the end of this presentation see that what our mission is, and what we're trying to do, which is end obesity. And that's something that we can't do alone. It's such a huge task to undertake, and doing it alone, it seems impossible. So, but when you think about the huge team and the 400,000, coaches that we have, it actually does seem doable. And so that's why we formed our team. We have an amazing team, but I want to first start telling you a little bit about me. I'm going to start the presentation. Give me 1 second so I can share my screen. Okay, can everyone see the screen? So far, it's okay? I have everyone muted, so I guess just nod. Marta, can you see?
Yes, can you hear me or no?
Yes, yeah, I had muted everybody.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to mute just because there was a lot of background noise. Okay, so like I said earlier, this is a coach information session. And as you can probably see in the pictures, our first mission, like I mentioned earlier, is obviously we want to end obesity. And we all, not only is that the company's mission, but individually as our own team, which our team name is Team Titanium Impact, we tend to target moms. And at least I started Team Titanium Impact because I felt that moms were the key to ending obesity. And I feel that way because we're the ones that lead our families. We're the ones that prepare the foods, whether it's lunches, dinners, even if it's people, moms that don't cook, we're the ones that end up to go get the food most of the time. So I really feel that targeting moms is really the true way to be able to end obesity. And so that's how I started building my team. So just a little bit about me. I'm a wife, a mom of 2 teens. So needless to say, my life is rather interesting. I wish I can tell you that I teach them a lot, but they teach me more than I teach them. I have a 17-year-old boy who's a senior now, and a 15-year-old girl. And for those of you that are curious, I am not a nutritionist nor a dietitian. I'm also not a personal coach, although I've taken some of the classes. My original career, I got my bachelor's and a master's in education. Never in my wildest dreams did I even think I was going to become a coach. That was not even in my realm. But not a few years ago, my husband decided, and I'm sure many of us have started that way, saw a P90X infomercial, and he jumped at it. He ordered it, and he, of course, signed me up to help him through the program. To basically just to have a buddy to work out with him. And so there we go. We went ahead. We started P90X, and like I said, after a few weeks, we started seeing results. However, my husband very quickly stopped doing the P90X, and I found myself being the only one doing the program. And from there, I went to I switched slides. From there, I went to, From there, I went to other programs. I immediately started falling in love with the Beachbody programs. And I started finding my reason. I started finding my passion. I didn't realize it was specifically with Beachbody, but I started making that connection with my family. My parents, my siblings, I come from a very obese family. We've got diabetes. We have all kinds of obesity issues in my family. And without even recognizing it, I started realizing that I was watching what was happening to my family, and I was telling myself, there's no way I can do this. I need to break that mold with my own family, with my own children. And the only way to do that is by breaking some of the habits that obviously was naturally, I was brought in with. and become more active, eat healthier. But I have to be honest, it took one step at a time. I used to eat cheese danishes and Coca-Cola every single day, every morning of my life. And it might have just started with breakfast and back then, just breaking that habit. So like I said, it was just basically clean eating. Fitness became my passion. I started I was teaching at the time. I would meet up with teachers. They said they wanted to lose weight and I'd say, let's do it together. I would write up menus for people. And once again, having nothing to do with Beachbody was just something that I felt passionate about, helping people, even if it wasn't to lose weight, just getting a little more active. And little by little, I ran into a good friend that I honestly didn't know at the time. And she asked me if I wanted to be a coach. And my first reaction was like, absolutely not. I'm a teacher. I do not sell. That's not my thing. I just love the products. And she says, as a matter of fact, salespeople don't tend to do very well with Beachbody. We prefer people that just love the product. And because you feel so passionate about it, it's really just helping one person at a time. And if someone along the way, is interested, then by all means, but don't feel that you have to be selling anything. And I said, well, you know what, let me do it for the discount. And little by little, I started picking up my business and I started growing my team with zero intention of doing that. And I suddenly found a really determined and passionate soul in me, in the sense that it was something that drove me, and I started seeing all the possibilities. So what started as a discount became something else. Needless to say, had no network marketing experience whatsoever. And it has been the best decision of my life. Maida, I now turn it on to you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
You can hear me?
Yes, I just unmuted you.
So my name is Magda Herrera, and I'm a wife and a mother of two also. I have two boys, Jason, who's 13, and Ryan, who's 11, going to be 12 in just about 2 months. I have a Bachelor of Architecture. I went to school for architecture. I've been working in the field for 20 years. And I started with the 21-day fix back in March of this year. I had seen friends posts about her health and her fitness, and we go back to college, and I reached out to her because I had tried so many different diets, and I had ballooned up, and I was looking for something, and I said, I told Fran, this is it. I'm willing to try anything, and if it works, I'm going to be just, super grateful. So I signed up. I signed up as just a challenge pack, and I did the 21-day fix, and the first 21 days went great. I felt so good. I had so much more energy. My clothes were fitting a little bit looser. I mean, I was down to the point where I only had 2 pants that fit me, and I refused to go buy that next size up. So I loved the shakes, and I talked to Fran about it, and I said, you know what, it makes sense to do this as a coach. I'm just going to do it for the discount because I have a full-time job, and I actually like what I do, and I don't think I'm necessarily coach material. I'm still too overweight. But I'm going to do it for the discount because I love the shakes, and this is working for me, and I'm in it for the long haul. So that's how I started. And I also wanted to be a better example for my kids. I have one kid who's like super, super active and is like way too thin. And then I have my younger one who really needed a better example here. He tends to be on the heavier side, and he has our genes, and we really needed to help him out. So we started with the clean eating, and we've made it a habit. Also with the fitness, it took me 12 weeks to convince my husband to join me, and he finally started drinking the shakes and working out with me, and he's done great. He's lost 37 pounds since June. I've lost over 55 in just a little bit over 5 months. I'm determined and I'm dedicated, and I want to help people the way Fran has helped me. So I just want to pay it forward. So when we talked again, I started reaching out to Fran about really doing this more as a coach, not full time. I do it on the side. I work full time, and then I do this on my spare time. And I don't really have network marketing experience, but I've been learning the ropes from Fran and the team. I love the fact that this is a team. We're not alone in this. So we really have a lot of resources and a lot of people that we can go to whenever we need to collaborate, ask for ideas and tips on how to do something. So I really don't feel alone. I love the environment.
I agree with you 100%. Something that maybe Marta didn't mention is her and I used to be sorority sisters back in college. And I always kid that this is kind of like a sorority, except we have a few guys on our team, and minus the drinking, of course. But that camaraderie is something that brings us all together. It does feel a little bit of like a sisterhood. We have an amazing time together, of course, but we push each other, we work together, we help each other, and it's just something I didn't realize I was missing in my life until I had a piece of it, and then it's something that just fuels my fire. So thank you, Marta, for sharing that with us. So what exactly is coaching? And I usually start this by talking about what is not coaching. As I mentioned earlier, I am not a nutritionist nor a personal trainer. So you do not need to be a fitness expert nor a nutritionist. And something that comes up a lot, you don't necessarily have to have your goal body. And by that, I mean that you've reached your goal, you've lost X amount of weight, or you have just amazing muscles. And I love doing these things with Marta because Marta is still on her journey. And although all of us are on our journey, I'm on a different type of journey. I feel that I've reached my goal physically, and I'm working on other parts of me. And I know when Marta first started, she was a little bit gun shy. And I remember telling her, the thing is that people see me and they don't relate what I've gone through or even where I come from, because they see me and they're like, well, yeah, it must be easy for you. You've always been that way. Well, where they see Marta and how far she's come and that determination, and they've just seen her entire progress and they're like, I am there. And so it's a little bit harder for me. So that's why I always tell people, please do not wait till you reach your goal, because people start watching and get inspired by your journey. And that includes, by the way, struggles. That we're not here about being perfect. There's no such thing as perfect on our team. So it's basically, a coach is just a normal person, a person that has flaws, that does not have a perfect life, that makes mistakes. As a matter of fact, I've always said, make sure that you make a lot of mistakes, fail forward. It's the only way we're gonna learn. It's just basically a person that wants to be healthy and succeed, not perfect. It's a person that drinks Shakeology every day. A person that somehow is able to integrate fitness in their life. And I say that because we have several coaches that are personal trainers themselves. Some are just, have other careers, teaching and engineering and architecture. But we do have some personal trainers, and they prefer to work out in a gym. So we have something for everyone. I don't ever want anyone to think that it's a cookie cutter type of thing for coaches. It's a person that's dedicated to helping others. And that to me is my biggest requirement. I don't care if you buy a single challenge pack or product from me. And I really encourage that to my team. I think we are all very like-minded in the same way. We are here to help others, regardless of what is being purchased. We're super motivated. We're very driven. We work really hard. And that's something that I really want to emphasize. This is not a get rich quick. There is a huge potential to make money. Of course, Beachbody does not guarantee any kind of specific income, but there is a huge potential, but we work at it. Some of us do it as part-time. Some of us use it as a hobby. Some of us do it as a full-time job. And like I said or mentioned earlier, it's a person who drinks Shakeology, works out every day, and basically leads by example.
And going back to what Francine, what you said about being dedicated to helping others, I have a lot
Mhm.
of people that follow me now on my Facebook, and some of them they haven't purchased anything. They're not my customers. They're just people that
Just watch.
messages, and they're telling me, thank you, you motivated me to start running again, or I started eating healthier because I see your post every day. So
Absolutely.
it's super rewarding. It's something I don't get at my 9 to 5 job, and that's what appealed to me the most about coaching, to be very honest, besides the fact that I wanted to do it for my own accountability. That's the other part.
That's a nice plus. And I'm glad you mentioned that. Similar to me, I obviously went into teaching because to me, I felt that that was going to be my reward. And for many years, it definitely was. But paperwork, bureaucracy, county and so forth, it drains it out of you. And I started finding myself by Saturday night, I was already getting antsy. And by Sunday, I just was not having a good day, knowing that I was going back to work on Monday. And so that was a quick sign telling me maybe I need to start looking to fulfill myself in other ways. So like I said, I strongly believe life has a really interesting way to nudge you in a certain direction. And that's where this coaching opportunity. And honestly, I had to take a risk because I had quite a few questions and reservations, which I will definitely address in a minute. So basically, what is it that a coach does? We run online fitness and support groups. And that could be a free group, that could be a paid group. We really try to do quite a bit of free service and add value to what we're doing. We don't want ever for anyone to think that we're only here to sell something. So I'm sure many of you have noticed we definitely run free groups every month, most of us. And then of course there's some that do require the Shakeology and a fitness program. Our daily activities and what the company likes to call our vital behaviors. We are proof of the product. We make sure that we drink our Shakeology every single day. We believe in it. We feel passionate about it. But the most important vital behavior for our company, Beachbody, is personal development. We believe that you need to work on your mind before you work on anything else. And I think that that's evident in not only just Beachbody coaches, in I think any aspect in life, whether you're losing weight or not, whether you're starting a business, whether you're losing, on a new goal. If you have your mindset right, then the rest will follow. If you're trying to lose weight, if you've got your mind right, your body will follow. And so we really emphasize primarily personal development. The company does not tell you, and the team does not tell you what to read. That's completely and totally up to you. Of course, sometimes we'll do like a team, hey, let's all read this book together type of thing. But you get to work on those areas that you feel you need most help in. And we coaches inspire others with their journey. And I love that picture of Marta. Just this afternoon, my husband was, of course, scanning through Facebook, and he turns to me. I swear he follows Marta more than he follows me. He turns to me and says, Marta's a freaking rock star. And I'm like, right?
So, he's like my #1 fan.
He is. I totally agree. But that is our goal. We want to inspire others, whatever that journey may be. Not everyone is like rah, 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 Beachbody. But I feel that we somehow drank the Shakeology. And we have seen it make such a difference in our lives. I suffer from hypothyroidism, for example, and that comes with a long list of problems. My hair falling out. I'm not even going to talk about the bathroom issues. By noon, I was falling asleep. I had zero energy whatsoever. So just the fact that I had energy, I could care less if I was going to lose weight. I was just happy. So like I said, we inspire others along with the journey. We provide motivation. And of course, we help each other on our team. You are not alone. Not only does our team, Titanium impact, but we are part of a bigger team, and Beachbody, even corporate headquarters, are constantly, they're friending me on Facebook, all of us. They're always sending us new information and new courses that we can take, or videos that they provided, even with little play, toys to demonstrate something. They will go all out to make sure that you have a good understanding and that they provide the support that you need. And then, of course, is the beautiful thing, as you grow your business, you set your own hours. And like I said earlier, some people, they're not interested in replacing their career. They really just want to do this as a discount for their Shakeology and for any other product they want to buy. Some people want to do this as a hobby and just make, a couple $100 a week. Some people want to do this as a part-time, so just make a few $1,000s a month. And then there's some of us that, want to do this full-time. I am fortunate enough that I will be retiring June 1st of 2017. And it's something that I'm excited about, that I've worked really hard for, but I feel that it's also evidence of how passionate I am and how I've been able to grow my business, and not by myself. It's been my team, because by myself, I can't do any of it. Maita, is there anything you wanted to add?
No, not to that slide.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Okay.
can go on.
So the big question, how is it that exactly do we earn money? So there's several ways we earn money. The first way is through commission, through anything that's sold through your site. And believe it or not, that is not the biggest way to the biggest money earner, for lack of a better word. We do get commissions, obviously, from any challenge packs that we sell. But where a lot of the bulk of our money does tend to come is what is called the team cycle bonus, as well as matching bonus. So to not get too technical, our team provides a certain amount of volume, and depending on your rank and that volume, you're paid a certain amount every round. So you get a team, almost like a team reward for what your team's doing. And then there's also a matching bonus for personally sponsored coaches, as well as quarterly Star Diamond bonuses, which is basically a cut as to what the entire Beachbody corporate makes per year. You actually get a quarterly cut from that as well. And then, of course, we get 25% discount on all our products. So that's also a fun plus.
Yes, I love that.
Yes. So what are some of the misconceptions of being a coach? And these are some of the popular things that we've heard throughout the years. I have to be super fit and have a beach body. And I think that Marta and I were able to address that. So definitely, I would say the opposite. I have to be a nutrition expert. I have lots of time to be a coach, that you have to have a whole lot of time to be a coach. Definitely not the case. Most of us are working moms and dads. Some of us, or I should say many of us, also have been able to eventually replace our full-time income. But I would say more than 90% of us started with a full-time job and with children, and we're able to do it on the side and little by little grow it. Another misconception, I have to know a lot of people and love being on Facebook. I'm not going to lie to you. I hated Facebook. And so I had to really learn, but that was my choice. It wasn't something that was pushed upon me. I just felt that was my best avenue. There are people that do not even touch Facebook. Some people prefer to do Instagram. Some people don't even like social media, and they like to do the one-to-one. As a matter of fact, our grandparents' team, Diesel Nation, started with one-to-one having Shakeology parties. What was it? A shake and share party. So you get to make it your own. It's not necessarily something that you have to be on social media. You also do not have to carry any kind of inventory at home. Everything goes through the website. So all those orders are filled by Beachbody, not by you. You only carry what you have. There are times, of course, that I have extra packets because I want to give some friends or family, or sometimes within our team, we switch our flavors, but you definitely do not have to have any kind of inventory at home. I have to love working out and posting sweaty, half-naked selfies. Definitely not at all. Everyone gets to pick and choose for their company what it is that you want to target. Like I mentioned earlier, I target moms. I target fit moms that want to take it to the next level. So my videos and posts tend to go along those lines. There are some that are nurses. There are some that are pharmaceutical reps that are not even remotely interested in showing any kind of sweaty anything. They're really just for the information, for the education component of it. So no, you definitely do not have to be doing that. My favorite is I have to sell. And that honestly was the deal breaker for me. I am an introvert. I'm a quiet person. If you see me in person, I promise I'm not ignoring you, but I tend to just stay to myself unless I know you really well. And then suddenly you can't shut me up. The thought of selling was something that just, I would break out in sweats. So when my friend Amy approached me about Beachbody, I'm not going to lie to you, I wanted to run. And she, she assured me, thankfully, she convinced me to just become a discount coach. And I honestly just sat there watching her for many, many months without doing a dang thing because I was so afraid that that's what I had to do. It is about building relationships. It's about providing an opportunity for people for free, helping them out. Forget about selling any kind of anything. It's helping families with their nutrition and fitness goals and hopefully ending obesity, at least in the United States, as our goal. I have to know something about running a business and marketing. I got my bachelor's and my master's in teaching. I am not at all diminishing those degrees. I worked very hard for them, but I had no idea what to do with it. There are times that I ask my husband or I ask somebody in the team, expense reports, Quicken. I have no idea how to do that. So this is something that we all work together and you definitely do not have to have that background. This is a pyramid scheme. That honestly, between selling and pyramid scheme were probably my two biggest hesitations. I had heard so much. I even dipped my toe in I hate to say the word pyramid scheme, but in another network. I wouldn't say that I actually got into it, but because the things that I noticed, I got so nervous that this was just going to be one of those, let's see how many people you can sign up and how much you can sell in X amount of time, that I was so afraid to do this business. I quickly, of course, realized that was not the case, especially with the team that we have. But definitely was something that was on my mind when I was considering this business. And as I mentioned earlier, this is not a get rich quick program. I can't emphasize that enough. We do work hard. Some of us work harder than others because some of us, this is our our full-time job. Some of us just do it as a hobby, and that's totally okay. At no point are you ever pressured to do more than what you're ready to do. Marta, is there anything I didn't cover?
No, I think you got it all. I actually posted something today that's funny that it was in the slideshow because I hadn't even seen the slideshow yet. I had said exactly that I'm not a nutrition expert, and I'm not. I'm not a lot of people think, oh, but you meal prep, oh, you must like spend hours in the kitchen.
You've always done that.
And I'm not either of those things. Can I follow a recipe? Sure. But a lot of the times I end up improvising. So you don't have to spend hours in the kitchen. A lot of people think that. And a lot of people think you have to be a nutrition expert. And a lot of people think you have to be a salesperson. And I'm not a salesperson either. I don't do that for my full-time job. I've never really sold anything. So, I mean, I really think that that a lot of those are really big misconceptions.
I agree 100%. And one of our last slides is a slide of our team. And I love to share this slide because honestly, this really encompasses what our team is all about. As I mentioned earlier, it's almost a little bit of a sorority, and I don't want to scare anyone away to think that we're going to be doing any major, drinking or anything like that. But we definitely have fun. We care about each other. On the left, all of us were dressed in red in support of our, as I mentioned earlier, grandparent team. And there's Tim even in the back. I promise we do have men in the team. But we really do enjoy time together. We don't just work together. We definitely have a good time. It's, we have, like I mentioned earlier, teachers, mothers, support systems, students, daughters, fathers, doctors. So, and yes, we have all kinds on our team. So I don't want you to think that we only cater to one particular type of group. And so now what? So I would love to hear from you. I'm going to unmute everybody. I want to hear what exactly you liked most about the presentation. Does Team Beachbody feel like a fit that could help you achieve your goal? If so, what option is it that maybe appeals to you? And please don't feel that there needs to be a commitment at this point. I really want to open this primarily to any questions that you may have, any reservations that you may have. This is like the perfect time to do that. Is there anybody that has any questions? I can't see anybody, so I think we have Berta. Berta, you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And then I don't know who the other person is. There's somebody else, and I see a couple of people on. So I guess nobody has any questions, and by all means, you don't have to actually voice them. You can always put them in the chat box. And I'm like losing between the Zoom and all our screens. So this is something I want to encourage you to do, to just consider. I want you to dream big. Like I mentioned earlier, I never ever considered doing coaching. It was not even in my realm of possibility, but I love the way Marta said it. We had such, whether it was a transformation, physical, or even in other aspects of our life, Beachbody did affect us. Drinking Shakeology, starting an active lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle. It's something that really impacted not only us, but it has in turn touched everyone's life in our families and extended families with our friends. And so that's something that awoke in us this huge fire, and suddenly this huge dream started growing that I didn't even know was in me. And so that's something that I want to encourage you to do, whether it's with coaching or whether it's with something else. We would love to have people, like-minded people on our team. And at this point, if there is someone that's interested in doing that, please, by all means, go ahead and contact your coach. Even though it's Marta and I on this team call, I know we have several people on our team, so please go ahead and contact your coach. Or if you don't have a coach, you're welcome to just message any one of us, and we're good sharers. And I promise we'll get back to you soon. At this point, if there aren't any questions, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording and stop the share. I want to wish everyone a beautiful night. And once again, if you have any questions, feel free to send us a personal message to Facebook. Otherwise, have a good night.